there. Is that a face of the future for Morocco? It could be the next Moroccan Messi by the looks of it. The players just going through their final warm-ups ahead of the match.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.
Welcome back then to Mohammedia. As the players and the officials for this match day 3 in Group A encounter between hosts Morocco and Tanzania make their way out onto the pitch here in this 10,000-seater stadium. So in Mohammedia, Morocco should be pretty familiar with the setup here, played both their previous group matches at this stadium. As you can see, just out on the outskirts of the city. Part of a large training complex. Good crowd in here again for this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you can for the
national anthem, starting with Tanzania, Mungu Ibariki Africa. God bless Africa.
And now the national anthem of Morocco. اللحظة مع النشيد الوطني المغربي.
Sherifian anthem, the anthem of Morocco. Certainly sounded like enough to get the crowd going here, so time for some high fives and fist pumps between the players and the officials. And we're nearly ready to get underway here at the El Bashir Stadium. There's only been one game here this afternoon in the final round of matches in Group B, but first of all we'll have a quick look then at the Morocco lineup. No changes in goal, but there is a change at right back. Adam Alioui, the Lyon right back, comes in there for Hamza Bouhadi, who's suspended. Also further changes up in midfield. Luis Velil, the Real Betis midfielder, comes in for Ahmed Mahoub. Drops to the bench. It's Hamza Bouhadi, the right back, sent off to bookable offences against against Zambia in the previous match. Also a change up top, we suspect, at left wing with Ibrahim Rabaj coming in, the Chelsea 15-year-old. His first start in place of Zahari El Khalfioui, who drops out of the squad altogether. Brighton Chimene, the Zimbabwean, the man with the whistle in the middle today. Holding the flags. On the sidelines will be Kledwin Baloyi and Tabara Mbodji. We also have VAR, of course. Abdulaziz Ahmed in charge of the VAR room. Hopefully won't be any need, certainly any controversial moments rather, with regards to that. Now let's see what Oscar Mirambo has done. Remember, Tanzania lost their opening 2 games, conceded 7 goals in doing it. They are already eliminated and have no chance of picking up a precious 3rd place, which would at least get them into the playoff for the World Cup qualification spots. 7 changes made to the 11 that started the 3-0 loss to Uganda 3 days ago. This very much a learning process, though, surely, for Tanzania. 8 of the starting 11 tonight will still be eligible for the next competition in 2 years' time. Hopefully they have a chance to grow together, and they could certainly become a quite formidable unit, you would suspect. As it is, well, they are generally significantly younger, say 8 of the starting 11, 15 or 14 years of age. With just 3 16-year-olds in there for good measure. Interesting that one of the changes that has remained as well, that Juma Sagwe, the scorer of their only goal of the tournament in their tournament opener against Zambia, starts on the bench for this one. And we're pretty much ready to get underway here then in Mohammedia. So underway then, Morocco, our hosts, all in white, kicking from left to right in this first half. Ziad Baha, the son of the coach Nabil Baha. A little bit too forceful there. Mehdi Shah, the goalkeeper, coming in for his first taste of action in this competition. The 14-year-old goalkeeper gets his first touch with a long clearance. Chested down by Makaram, back to Shah again. Interesting to see just how well Tanzania gel with so many changes having been made to the lineup. So changes there for Morocco. The first 2 games, Nabil Baha able to change an unchanged starting 11. But he has been forced to make at least 1 change, and he put a couple of extra changes in there as well. I suspect he expects this to be a fairly easy game, but that ball through there. So not sure, but Belarus seemed very confident the ball was going to carry through. Saleh Ali was the man chasing that one down for the Serengeti boys. Just a bit of a glimpse there of Nabil Baha. Must be difficult being a coach when your son is one of the players. There's always going to be perhaps accusations of nepotism when he does pick his son, but certainly so far in the competition, he's more than justified his inclusion in the squad and indeed in the starting 11 so far. So he had Baha 2 goals in the opening game and won a penalty as well against Uganda. Rabash losing the ball there. Looks like he's actually starting on the right-hand side with Bel Mokhtar on the left. Bel Mokhtar started on the right in the previous couple of games. Could be something that remains fluid throughout. Crossfield ball by El Masoudi. Bel Mokhtar can't quite gather that one, but he gets the intercept there. And a bit of luck for El Arbawi. Cross comes in, turn behind for a corner. First real pressure coming then from the hosts. It could be a long night for Tanzania. Expect Morocco to dominate possession. Wazan, the Ajax midfielder, goes over to take this one. He'll be the in-swinger. Just 4 players to aim at, though. Taken short instead to Bel Mokhtar. Wins another corner. A little surprised to see so little Moroccan presence in the penalty area for the corner. Blowing the whistle before the corner was taken. Bit of argy-bargy there between Baha and Ningo. So, take 2. Wazan with the corner, this time goes long. 5 white shirts to aim at, headed away from the edge of the 6-yard box. Tidied up by Kazinga. Eventually goes out for a throw. Surprisingly, still goalless between Uganda and Zambia in the other group game. I say only 5 minutes on the clock. Foul given against El Arbawi. Morocco will be expected to go deep into this competition. They've never won it, but they were runners-up last time out. The tournament hosted by Algeria. Eventually lost the final 2-1 against Senegal back in 2023. Previous time that Morocco hosted the competition was in 2013, their first appearance in the competition. They came 4th on that occasion. Lost their semi-final against Côte d'Ivoire, then lost the 3rd, 4th playoffs against Tunisia on penalties. We'll be hoping for better than that this time, I'm sure. Moroccan football in a very different place than it was 12 years ago. Tanzania trying to look after the ball. I mean, they lost the last game 3-0 against Uganda, but they had the majority of possession in that game, completed more passes as well. They're a good footballing team. Pass back to Belarus. And Morocco's turn. Bring the ball over halfway. To Ohabi on this near side. Goes back inside, but that's a poor touch. And now Tanzania maybe with a chance on transition. They've got 5 men up in this one. A nice 1-2. Samson cuts back. Eventually loses control of the ball, but then gets a good tackle in as well. Tanzania doing well here. And then the cross shanked into the crowd behind the goal. Kilindemo on the overlap. That was better from Tanzania, though. A couple of heart-fluttering moments for the Moroccan back four. Morocco, by the way, haven't conceded a goal yet in the competition. They'd love to get through the entire group phase with 3 clean sheets. They've not done that before. At the moment, Tanzania keeping their shape. There's a bit more movement. Ball easily headed away, but now on the overlap and all the way down to the byline is the fullback, and he wins another corner. Good play from El Arbawi. One of a number of players based in Spain in this squad. Actually, 5 Spanish-based players in the Moroccan squad. El Arbawi with Athletic Bilbao. Club Athletic. Outside of Spain, they usually add Bilbao just for a bit of a... to avoid confusion. Now, Zan with another corner, whips one in towards the keeper, and that's just about scraped away, but it still hasn't been clear. They eventually put their foot through it, Tanzania. That was all a bit uncertain. The ball bounced in the 6-yard box from a corner. Not ideal. Looking for the run in behind from Rabaj. Well, that's nice play from Mohabi. Goes to the back post. Oh, and that's incredible first touch there from Lapuga. They still haven't cleared their lines. Morocco marauding forwards. Oh, and it's a good save. Ahmedi Shah gathered the ball at the second time of asking. That was another strong foray down the left-hand side, though, from the Atlas Lions. Great footwork from Baha. Couldn't quite find the finish. It was a lovely bit of approach play in the first place from Wahabi. This isn't a good look, is it? Mohamed Makaran, captain, gone down clutching his left leg. Looks like they're applying an ice pack, maybe on the back of the knee. That's not a good sign. That could be sort of ligaments. I've not seen a signal from the coach, rather from the medical team. Would usually signal whether a substitute is going to be needed. Looks like he should be okay. There doesn't seem to be a lot of action going on the bench at the moment. Plenty of action in the stands, though. We just wait for Makaran to be dealt with by the medical staff. Still, definitely looks like something around the back of the knee. And, well, really, they need to try and get him off the pitch so they can continue to deal with this without preventing the game from carrying on. The stretcher eventually called upon. That's not a good sign, is it? Still holding the ice pack to that left knee. That's really unfortunate, just over 10 minutes into the game, and already Tanzania have lost their captain, Mohamed Makaran. Still wait. Well, I assume we've lost him. It didn't look like he was about to come back on the pitch. The goal kick eventually dealt with by Velil. Alioui. Ball down the line, but couldn't quite pick the run of Wahabi. He's playing a slightly more adventurous role, Wahabi, today. Normally basing the base of the midfield, but he's already made a number of runs forward into the final third as the number 10 for Morocco. Shah goes long with the goal kick. Strong header back from Velil. Tanzania win the throw from Alioui. Alioui, beg your pardon. Cute chip into the area. So now Morocco trying to play on the break. Tanzanian defender just puts his foot through that one. Now it goes back to Edchek. The impression that Morocco have got more gears to go through yet. Rabaj just clipped as he tried to turn his man. Certainly looks. He's diminutive enough and certainly has the haircut to be the Moroccan Messi. Interesting to see how the 15-year-old Chelsea attacker develops over the next few years. This tournament could be a very important part of that development. Left-right combination over the ball. Worth noting, Rabaj also left-footed, just like Lionel Messi. And substitute has come on, so Kamis Hadji is on for Makaran. Started match day 2. Nice ball in, and the header just wide of the upright from Belmokhtar. May feel he should have done better there, the number 11. Lovely delivery. Just got ahead of his marker, who just didn't seem to get off the ground. Well, got off the ground, but a little bit late. Another 15-year-old on for Tanzania. So now 9 of the players out there, 15 years old or younger. And from Mohamed Makaran, well, it'll be a difficult day for him. Hopefully the injury is not too bad. Samson getting down to the byline there, but the second time Tanzania have managed to get deep down this left-hand side, but not being able to keep the attempted cross in play. Coaching staff getting quite animated there. Oh, Mokhtar dropped a little bit deeper for a moment. Now Rabash cuts back. Now the crossfield ball looking for Rabash again. Tanzania don't seem to be too besieged as such so far. Morocco yet to really ramp up the intensity. Of course, they want to save as much energy as possible. Of course, the game's coming fast and furious in this tournament. If they were to win the group, by the way, the quarter-final will take place in 4 days' time. Also here in Mohammedia against South Africa after they qualified from Group B earlier this afternoon. Burkina Faso beating South Africa indeed 2-0 in their head-to-head matchup in Casablanca. Enough to put Burkina Faso top of the group, South Africa second in the group, and that's because Egypt, who previously had 0 points in the competition, managed to get a 2-1 win against Cameroon, which I'm assured by those watching, Egypt perhaps should have scored or won it a bit more comfortably than that. Baha exhorting his troops to give him a little bit more, I think. We've got runners-up in this group will face Burkina Faso, so I think there's definitely a pass well kept in, but couldn't quite find Rabash with the pass. He's rather optimistically trying to claim that was a corner. Certainly given Burkina Faso eased South Africa aside earlier this afternoon to basically run away with Group B, would certainly appear to be a certain premium for Morocco to avoid Burkina Faso in the next round, in fact going the exact opposite half of the draw. The action continuing tomorrow night, of course, with the final round of matches in both Group C and D. Watch all the action live from Morocco. Certainly the organisation of the tournament's been very slick so far. Samson goes inside. Tanzania being pressed backwards, literally. Now the nice ball out. Now they can maybe turn defence into attack, but that's a poor ball from Kazinga. Gave it the possession away. Quickly got it back though, Tanzania. Showing a huge amount of ambition with the ball, then they've got it. Just trying to calm the game down, get a foothold in the match. Morocco with the majority of possession so far, but it's not exactly a landslide as we hit the midway point in this first half. Now they've won the ball high up the pitch, but we'll have the throw there. Thought about taking it quickly. And Alioui eventually gets the ball back in play. Cleared, but under pressure. And now maybe they can do something on the counter. Need to move the ball quicker though, Samson. Keeping control of the ball too long. Yes, he's kept the ball, but any chance of the counter-attack has gone. But then that's a nice little dummy. And turned on, oh, that's unlucky. The ball is hitting the heels. They could have been through and behind the back four there, Tanzania. Well, Mokhtar, a little bit naughty there, but a frustrated kick of the ball away. Should we say more senior competitions, that could well have been a booking. Crossfield ball intercepted. Baha going down. The partisan home crowd wanted a free kick. The referee didn't agree at all. Among Mr. Brighton from Zimbabwe. Well, a rare attacking foray. Junior wins a corner. So they've had quite a bit of possession so far, Tanzania. Not much of it anywhere near the Morocco box, but they got an opportunity from the corner now. In fact, after that last bout of passing from Tanzania, the possession stats almost completely equal. Number of passes and accurate passes as well. Passing accuracy, all these stats are very similar. The difference being that Tanzania has been mostly doing that in their own half. Plenty of black and green shirts to aim at, taken short, slight miscontrol, and then the opportunity goes away, and now maybe a chance on the counter-attack for Morocco. Nice ball through for Bel Mokhtar. Needs support. More white shirts arriving. Tanzania defence appear to have got themselves back into shape pretty quickly there. Bel Mokhtar still in acres of space over on that left-hand side if they can get the ball to it. Alioui teases a ball in, cleared from near the penalty spot. Bel Mokhtar, lovely touch to go around Lapuga. El-Arbaoui. Ningo gets a foot in there. It's gone up in the air though. Been allowed to bounce. There's been a bit of spin on that ball. Foul. Valil is coming in from behind, unable to get the ball first. was tight at the back. Well played in the end, though, by Shah. And there might be a bit more space here for Tanzania to bring the ball forwards. Ningo decides to go all the way back to Shah. Can't pick the ball up by it, of course, due to it being a bag pass. Now Ningo goes long down the channel looking for the runner in behind, and they have got in behind here, Tanzania. And that goes just wide. What an opportunity for the Serengeti boys. Samson used his pace, a lovely ball from the back from Juma Ningo. Just got there with the first touch and dragged it a little bit. You can see what he was trying to do, just lift it over the keeper. And Morocco not having things all their own way here against Tanzania. Tanzania, they've conceded 7 goals in the opening 2 games. Morocco haven't really asked a huge amount of questions so far in the final third. A couple of half chances. But no, oh my word, that should have been the opening goal moments just yet. Apart from that last one from Tanzania. Now they pick up the ball in midfield. Spread wide by Chenga. Junior twists and turns and then picks the wrong pass, and Sheikh eventually got his feet right. Not the best of first touches. Kilindemo on that occasion. Got away with it. Wahabi. He's clipping his heels here. There we go. Ball into midfield, eventually picked up on halfway now. Tanzania goalless after the first half an hour as well. The best chance of the game going to Tanzania just a few moments ago. Kept in play on that far side. Now the throw on by Samson. And Arbawi under pressure on that Moroccan left side of the defence. Chenga, crossfield ball, nicely taken down. Aliawi quickly across to snuff that one out. Good first touch from Junior, seems to have swapped flanks with Samson for the moment. Has that ball been kept in play? No, not quite. Tanzania just seem to have turned the screw in midfield, haven't they, in the last few minutes? All of a sudden, Serengeti boys monopolising possession. Morocco mostly chasing shadows at the moment. long ball forward from Kilindemo. Chased down and an unfortunate slip perhaps from Ali, but he eventually gets over it. An overlap there. Well, offside now, but now a good ball in, and the header goes just wide of the upright. Well, Junior this time with the chance. And Morocco, all at sea at the moment. Just didn't quite get enough contact on the header, did the 16-year-old. Shaw goes back to Shah. Tanzania completed more passes than the opposition so far in the opening half hour. It's not just the last few minutes. Oh, that could have been an outstanding play, playing the quick pass, but now in behind. Tempted ball round the corner from Abel Mokhtar. Couldn't find Rabaj on the opposite side. Couldn't quite get enough spin on that one. Wrap his foot round it. Get a bit more curl. Shot teases Bahar in, then releases the ball out to Ningo on that right-hand side. And again, losing the ball in midfield, Morocco. Good play from Chenga this time. Chenga spreads the ball out to the right. Now the cross comes in. First time flick. And El Masoudi puts his foot through it. By the way, news from the other group game is that it's Zambia who are currently leading by 1 goal to nil. Kelvin Malenga with the opening salvo there in the 20th minute. So as things stand, it would be Zambia going through as group winners. Morocco would be second in the group and facing a quarter-final against Burkina Faso, which I'm sure isn't part of the plan. With Uganda in third, going into the playoffs for the playoffs for a qualification spot. In the qualification. Oh, nice ball through again, and the flag stayed down. Well, another raking long ball from the back, and Samson again nearly latching onto it. Issa Chol anchoring the midfield with aplomb at the moment. Tanzania threatening to pick this Moroccan back four apart. Remember, they haven't conceded a goal yet in the tournament, Morocco, against the two supposedly stronger teams in the group. Quick look at the stats, nearly 55% possession for Tanzania at the moment. That's throughout the whole of the first half. And the last three pops at goal have all come from Tanzania. Yet to find the target. Junior plays us off Niawi. Was hoping to get a corner, obviously, but take the throw. Flicked on, straight into the hands of Belarus. Belarus goes short. And the long ball out, but that's been given straight to Chol, but his first touch wasn't quite up to the muster. The through ball too far ahead of Bel Mokhtar. A touch there for Junior, just a little bit too far ahead of the number 10. Nice idea, though. They pass the ball around quite slowly, Tanzania, and then they'll just suddenly up the pace, and they've been catching Morocco out with these changes of pace, so a tactic that seems to be working. Now Rabaj can't get his pass past the first man. Strong play from Wahabi. Eventually wins the throw. I think there'll be some concern on the Moroccan bench for Nabil Baha. Oh, nice play from Wazan. Now the ball comes in. The keeper just gets a very important touch on that. Took it away from the head of Bel Mokhtar. Not the tallest of goalkeepers, Ahmed Ishar. Of course, he's only 40. He's got plenty of growing to go as of yet, you would think. Just got up high enough. Lovely play from Odella Wazan. Sort of tell that he's based with Ajax, can't you? Of Amsterdam. Junior battling for the ball. Battling too hard, says the referee. Free kick taken quickly. 6 minutes plus stoppages to go before the break. We will have, at least I would have thought, 2 or 3 minutes added on because of the injury that we had for Mohamed Makaran, the Tanzania captain, who went off with what appeared to be a knee injury. You always hope, of course, it's not cruciate ligaments. Like the ice pack was being applied on the outside of the knee. Challenge from behind on Bel Mokhtar. Takes a knock on the back of the heel. Klipuga walks stealthily away. Morocco back in possession. They've not offered much threat for the last 25 minutes now. The last shot, which was off target, was in the 17th minute. Struggling to control midfield at the moment, and again the ball's been won by Tanzania and they're playing on the counter-attack. Ali just couldn't quite get on the end of the pass from Samson. But it has been put away for another corner. So things not getting any easier at the moment. I think the other group game, by the way, Uganda may be losing by a goal to nil, but they are putting Zambia under an absolute siege at the moment. Long ball into the back post, a little bit too long. Picked up by Ningo. Cho. And he goes all the way back to Shah. And the clearance from Shah clears everyone all the way through to Belarus. 17-year-old goalkeeper, actually based with the Mohammed VI Football Academy here quite a number of this Moroccan squad, of course, based abroad. Oh, that's a nice ball in, and then it's been smashed wide by Ziad Baha. Belmokhtar swapping flanks just for the moment. Confusion in the Tanzanian back line for the first time in this first half. Lovely teased ball in, first time shot from Baha, and he feels he should have done better, and I think I agree. And the reaction tells you everything. Sharp wanting a little more from the back four in front of him. Ball chipped over halfway to be picked up by Tanzania in midfield though. Big yawning hole there actually with no white shirts in it, right in the centre of the pitch as that ball was played out. Again, second ball picked up by a black and green shirt. Rabash won't beat Junior to that one. Plays it inside to Chol. Chol ignores the options ahead of him, goes back to Shah. Brings it forward, and another one over the top, and again the loose ball picked up in midfield by Tanzania. Nice dummy, and the crossfield ball for Kilindemo, lays it off. Well, Chenga, I think, didn't realise that he turned his man. All he had to do was turn around and he'd have been away and free. The Moroccan player trailing in his wake. Certainly looking pretty composed at the moment, aren't they, Tanzania? Nearing half-time, there'll be there'll be at least 2, 3, maybe even 4 minutes added on. Only had really the one injury timeout so far. Crossfield ball dealt with by El Arbawi. Tanzania, though, again picking up possession. Junior, this time though losing out. Now Rabaj skips past one, doesn't quite have the pace to get away, but manages to get his foul. Two minutes added on then at the end of this first half, and that's a nice ball in. The keeper comes for it, sort of gets it. Good grief, and it's been given away, and the keeper still out of position, and then it's been blasted wide. Wazan has gone down. We've got the keeper down as well. The keeper might have taken a knock with the initial ball in. Ball comes in here. The keeper's fine. And now he's writhing on the ground. Well, Baha goes down wanting a penalty. Shah says there was contact. Shah's boot on his arm. Looks like it's Zuzan who's down. Who's that, Baha? More instructions coming in from the coaching staff. Morocco, I feel, really should. I think that the eventual shot that came in, blasted wide. The keeper was out of position. The defence was all over the place. First real confusion at the back for the Serengeti boys. Nabil Baha. I wanted to know when the game was going to get back underway. The referee deciding that's enough, though, for a keenly contested first half here. That's the El Bashir Stadium. Certainly, the home fans would have expected perhaps a bit more from the Atlas Lions in that first half, but if anything, Tanzania creating the better chances until right into first half stoppage time, and perhaps Morocco should have taken the lead. But other than that, after a slow start, Tanzania, they really worked their way back into the game and started to dominate midfield. They've been the ones creating the better chances. So 0-0 at half-time. Tanzania already eliminated from the competition. Basically got a free hit here against our hosts. And at the moment, Morocco not living up to their top billing. 0-0 at half-time here at the Al Bashir Stadium between Morocco and Tanzania. Match day 3 in Group A at the Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations saw host Morocco come up against already eliminated Tanzania at the El Bashir Stadium in Mohammedia. Great things expected of the home side, but a much changed Tanzania side, rather exceeding expectations throughout much of the first half. This was a lovely first chance, and in fact the only shot on target in the entire half, coming from Ziad Baha, who scored twice in their opener against Uganda. And then the header wide from the set piece from captain Ilyas Belmokhtar. But after that, it was mostly Tanzania, the team getting in behind. It's the execution not always quite there. Samson drilling that attempted cross into the side netting, for example. A lovely ball out from the back from Ningo. Sampson all the way through. Just couldn't quite get the touch right, and that could, perhaps should, have been 1-0 to the Serengeti boys. Then right at the end of the half, teasing ball in there, well dealt with by Ahmedi Shah, making his first appearance of the tournament. Say 7 changes made to the starting 11 from their previous loss against Uganda. Another opportunity there for Baha. Beautifully weighted ball into the area. Baha getting ahead of his marker. So goalless at half-time. All to play for in the second half. Well, welcome back then to the Al Bashir Stadium here in Mohammedia. Match day 3 in Group A of the Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. Goalless at half-time here between host Morocco and Tanzania, and it looks like the Moroccans are making a couple of substitutions here. Fortunately, with the moon cam, we can't quite see who is coming on. Here we go. In fact, 3 substitutions being made at half-time. Or is it 2 again? Certainly Ismail El Oud looks like he's coming on, as is Monsef Zekri. And he started at left-back the first 2 games of the tournament, and midfielder Ahmed Mahoub also being brought on, having started the first 2 games. I think the coach Nabil Baha trying to return to what he believes is his absolute strongest lineup, having to tried to give some minutes to some of the other players here. But, you know that a win is going to be really necessary, with Zambia winning the other game 1-0 at half-time. And you want to be top of this group. You don't want to come second and have to face Burkina Faso, who do look very good and are waiting for the runners-up from this group in the quarterfinals. What we haven't seen yet is who these guys are coming on for. Now, you assume that Zekri so the badge has come off for Mahboub. El Oud there. Ismail El Oud coming on as well. But we still don't know who's been taken off, so it's a little bit tricky. Certainly Nabil Baha not happy with the 11 that he put out there in the first half, and that's a nice turn over on the far side, and Tanzania in behind again here. Important interception on the front post, the follow-up blocked as well. The ball spinning, the keeper comes for it, gets an iffy punch on that, and the counter-attack snuffed out by Lapuga. So Luis Velil, Ibrahim Rabaj definitely off. So yeah, the left back El Bowie. So Monsef Zekri. The Mechelen-based left back in Belgium comes on. Left back. I think Ismail El Oud is going to be playing on the left-hand side of that front 3 now, by the looks of it. There he is, popping up on the ball now, the Valencia-based wide player. He's 15 years of age, one of the few in this Moroccan squad that could be eligible for the next tournament. And that's good hunting down by Baha. And all of a sudden, Tanzania under pressure at the back. That's not the best of defensive touches. Little 1-2 played on the edge of the area down to the byline. Goes Izan, wins the corner. Needs a bit more urgency from Morocco in this second half if they're going to get the 3 points that should put them through as group winners, depending on the scoreline in the Uganda-Zambia match. Corner comes in, goes to the back post. Headed up rather than away, headed back into the danger area. Dingo with another upwardly mobile header. Morocco winning the ball back unfairly, decides the referee. So interesting from Nabil Baha that two of the players that were bought in have been replaced by the players who they replaced in the starting lineup. Certainly 3 changes at half-time. Baha, I think, every right to be unhappy. It was a sloppy display. They were giving the ball away in midfield and basically being bossed in midfield. Tanzania with the majority of the possession, and as I say, with some really good half chances as well. Another day they could have scored a couple of goals, the Serengeti boys. Ball in behind the Baha. Nothing much to chase down there. I'm sure some harsh words have been talked at half-time. Zekri now brings the ball forwards. Toe in. Wins the ball, but Tanzania emerge with it. Chenga charging forward, 3 men to aim at in the middle if he can find them. And the ball into the gap, just a little bit too close. It's Yaliawi. And that's well kept in by Bel Mokhtar as well. He's been moved back over to his, I think, preferred right-hand side for this second half. Certainly the start of it, anyway. Ibrahim Rabaj was the man charged with starting on the played on the right for most of that first half, but made very little impression, it has to be said, the 15-year-old Chelsea wide man. Maybe he'll fare better later in the tournament. Nice turn from Chenga. Back with Shah and miscontrol there, and all of a sudden Bel Mokhtar tries to turn the ball in, just headed away as Wahabi was about to arrive on that one. Now Tanzania with room to play into. Choices left and right. Decides on the left, the shot driven across goal, and it's not all that far wide actually from Junior. It was curling back towards target from the 15-year-old. Again, I've got to say, Chenga, when he wants to, has a really nice way of moving and turning into space as Ali now runs the channel. Tries to cross the ball back in, can't win a corner. Well, Mokhtar sat very deep. That's a poor ball out, and he's lucky that that was a first touch like a trampoline from Hamis Chenga. And now all of a sudden, Wazan charging forward, still Wazan has the shot. Well, the run was so strong from Abdellah Wazan, but the shot at the end of it just a little bit weak. Fantastic run though, shrugged off one challenge, zipped past another. Couldn't quite find the finish to what would have been a fine goal. And speaking of goals, there's been a goal early in the second half in the Uganda-Zambia game, and it's a goal for Uganda. Well, that changes everything in the group. It puts Morocco back top. As things stand with Zambia second, due to an inferior goal difference. Uganda, if they want to reach the quarterfinals, must win. It doesn't really matter to them what happens in this match. For Zambia, though, it does matter. If they want to finish top of the group, they have to win the game and win it by 2 goals more than Morocco manage. Al-Mokhtar pings a nice ball crossfield to Zekri. Oh, and Wazan nearly lucky to find the ball at his feet there in an advanced position. That wasn't a good pass out from Shah. And Ningo, I think, has basically begged Baha to come in and make contact, and he's just thrown himself to the floor and won the free kick. I'd like to say the 15-year-old using his experience there. This was a shot from Wahabi. And he's on the ball again. Baha goes through, goes down, wants a penalty, nothing given by the referee. I'm sure VAR will double check. But now maybe Tanzania can do something on the counter-attack. There's at least 3 men up in this one. 4, in fact. Laid off by Ali. 4 or 5 men up for Tanzania. Oh, that's a poor ball in, easily intercepted by El Aoud. Now Belmokhtar cuts back inside. Cuts back inside into traffic, though. Cho puts the ball out, but Junior was waiting far too long for that ball to come to him. Needed to be more proactive, did the 16-year-old. Allowed the Moroccan player just to nip that ball off his toes. Certainly, I think Morocco showing a bit more drive and ambition already in the opening 10 minutes of this second half. Well, we're just going back to the Uganda game. A game where they have been inundating the Zambian goal with goal attempts. With their XG is over nearly at 2. Well, that's good defensive play from Ningo. Elvis Torak, by the way, with the goal. For Uganda to get them back on level terms. Say a win for Uganda will put them through to the last 8, no matter what happens in this match. Also guarantee Morocco going through as well, as long as they don't manage to lose this game. Saudi hoping to use his height. Belmokhtar swings one into the near post, not been dealt with by the defence. A little bit confused there as to why Amin Wahabi would just let the ball go out like that. He could have had he would have put in a cross from what, just outside the 6-yard box if he'd reacted slightly differently. The referee from Zimbabwe just laying down the law in and around the 6-yard area. Ziad Baha not for the first time trying to use his physique. The Moroccan team, that they are older and they do look a bit bigger, don't they? Headed back across, goal, and only just wide of the upright. As I say, this Tanzania team seems to be more a team built for the next Africa Cup of Nations, as long as they qualify. It's only their 3rd qualification for the tournament. 2017, they came 3rd in Group B. On that occasion, lost the head-to-head against Niger, who they lost against in the final game. In order to bow out of that tournament in 2019, bottom of the group, with Ningo going down again easily. The central defender under pressure from Wazan. the earlier good piece of defending to deny Wazan the opportunity. Came in shoulder to shoulder, got himself between the opponent and the ball. Here he is again now, Ningo. He's played some nice balls out from the back as well at times. Pretty piercing balls, getting in behind that Moroccan back four. Nicely picked up in midfield by Chenga. Samson dropping a little bit deep to get involved. Chenga laying the ball off. And now the ball goes forwards for the run of Samson. Samson's got Ali Aoui with him. Manages to get the cross in. Oh, it's been left, and then Junior gets the shot, gets the big deflection as well. Clever play from Tanzania. And hitting the hour mark. They're still not going away, are they? And it's not sitting back with a low block or anything like that. They are genuinely in this game, Tanzania. Maybe the fans wondering where this performance was in the opening two games. Although they played pretty well against Uganda and managed to lose that 3-0, despite having the majority of possession in that game. All the home fans jeering, as you'd expect. The referee wanting a word. Looks like it's Ali. And Night Shake. Now then, Chenga with a delivery. 6 teammates to aim at, into the keeper, and he's dropped it, and lucky to pick up the rebound. Here's Belarus. That's a fumble that could have gone anywhere. Could have deflected off his knee and gone straight into the goal. A real scare again for Morocco. Belarus gets the ball as far away from himself as possible. Nice play from Belmokhtar. Belmokhtar. And swept into the area, but it's in behind the two men by the 6-yard box. The question would be, why is there only 2 people there waiting for it? Belmokhtar again, definitely getting more involved in the game now. He's onto his favoured right flank. Well, that's a good ball in, headed back across goal as well, but... Oh, and then the follow-up shot eventually comes in from Mahu. The offside flag was up anyway. Offside or goal kick doesn't make much difference. Everyone finding new and inventive ways of running down their phone batteries. It's after the clocks move forward. The end of Ramadan over the weekend, a bit more light in the evening. Certainly the game started under floodlights, but also well lit. Oh, and the keeper a bit slow to get the ball out. The attempted clearance deflected. Lucky to get away with that one, Tanzania. Morocco starting to show flashes of the form that thrashed Uganda in their opening game, but Real concern here for Nabil Baha is that they scored 4 goals in the opening 24 minutes against Uganda. Ugandan coach then made a bunch of changes midway through the first half, which did seem to change the game somewhat. But since then, they've managed 1 goal in the second half against Uganda, nothing in the whole game against Zambia. And we're over the hour mark here, and it's Tanzania on the attack, and the ball just taken off the toes of Junior by Zekri. Albel Mokhtar eventually goes with a high-hanging crossfield ball, headed away by Lapuga. Allowed. Hassled off the ball, he wins a throw. Not a lot in this game, not a huge number of chances. Both defences have been pretty much on top. Tanzania yet to actually find the target with any of their efforts on goal. There've been 6 each. The rebound from the set piece, smashed clear. Ali just a little bit too physical trying to get to the ball ahead of Wazan. Nice play in tight spaces here from Tanzania. The passing getting more and more crisp as the game goes on. They're gaining confidence, the Serengeti boys. Eventually the ball through, all the way through to Belarus. Still goalless here. Just wonder if the home fans might get a bit restless at some point. It would be a bit harsh to a bunch of schoolboys, wouldn't it? Bel Mokhtar's touch a little bit loose as well. Picks the ball up now. A little bit of space to play with. Again goes for the crossfield ball into the area, and that's an important defensive header this time from Junior. First change incoming, and in fact that was defensive header Junior's at last touch. He's going to be replaced by Gusto Hansgali. Fairly similar. Started match day 2, did Hansgali. Kazinga as well has also been withdrawn. Cross comes in again, not dealt with by the Tanzania defence. They're a bit lucky again on that one. They just don't have the height to be able to deal with these balls into the box from Morocco. Quite frankly, again, there's a 1-2 year gap, age gap by and large, between the two sets of players. And in the normal rhythm of play, doesn't seem to make much difference, but certainly at those set pieces, Tanzania are really struggling to get the ball away. Baha trying to turn on the ball, but bumped to the ground by Juma Ningo. Quite heavily involved, hasn't he, at the defensive end of the pitch, as the number 24. sure where the foul was there. Must have been just before. Now you cut to that replay. Again, stout defending over on that left-hand side. Expect Morocco to start seeing a bit more of the ball as the second half progresses. A lot of these players at elite level European clubs from Morocco. Tanzanian squad entirely based on home soil. Oh, and the ball just coming loose here. Baha does well to keep the ball alive. The attempted cross deflects. Still Morocco in possession. Calls for a penalty there. It looked like chess, but you'd have to see a replay to confirm. And they've still not cleared it, Tanzania. Someone just needs to put their foot through it. Nele Klipuga is that man. Gets the ball up to halfway. Not clearly into the chest. Stomach, actually. Well, it wasn't a bit lower. Coming forwards again now, Morocco. Chengu again, though. Chengu, sorry, has been really impressive in the midfield for Tanzania in this game after a bit of a slow start. Some of the touches he's shown, receiving the ball in tight spaces and making the space and then making the pass as well. He's been very good indeed. Probably the most progressive player in the Tanzanian side, certainly in the Tanzanian midfield. Still 1-1 in the group's other game. So as things stand, Morocco would still be top of the group, but not in the way they would have wanted. But was that good ball in? Keeper did well to react and was lucky that the palm down didn't fall to a white shirt. But maybe he earned that bit of luck. By the way, Saleh Ali, the number 18 for Tanzania, the only 16-year-old left on the pitch. The rest all 15 and 14 for Tanzania. It's effectively a whole different age group, this team. Oh, nice ball into the back post, and it's just wide. How has he missed that? Well, Ziad Baha again. Lovely ball in from Wazan. Baha evaded his marker, did exactly the right thing. He headed it back behind the goalkeeper as he chases across the goal. And that's just a whisker wide. That's the closest Morocco have come to the opening goal. It's the best chance they've created all game. Well, still just the three changes from Nabil Baha. Having he wanted 3 changes made at the break. We're going to get a first booking, I think. Indeed we are. It's a substitute, Ahmed Mahoub. He got the ball, but yeah, he's from behind. And there is contact. I would hasten to add that the contact with the player was after he caught the ball, but they've done quite a lot to try and prevent the sliding tackles in from behind. likes of Marco van Basten's careers cruelly shortened by injury. Not just Van Basten, just an example. Zan running into too much traffic. Ningo make sure the ball goes out for a throw. Zekri to take this one. Zan goes down too easily. There might have been a hand on the shirt, but surely not enough. Fall over like that. Now Wahabi does win a free kick on this near side. Zan. Looks like he's going to go long into the box here. Morocco, I would suggest, need to get a few more players forward for this. It's been taken short. Still 4 men up, pressing the defensive line, but that's a poor pass from Zekri. Straight out to play, and the set piece goes to is begging there for Morocco. 15 minutes left, still 0-0 here in Mohammedia. Baha. That's down to the byline where you want support. He's got Razan if he wants him. Can't find the route through, but he does manage to find Zekri, who's immediately under pressure and also forced to go back to H Sheikh. Reversing the direction. El Nasaudi was still all the way up there, but the crossfield ball too long for him. It's important here that Tanzania don't lose the ambition they've been showing in possession. And just sit back now. They do get possession. They need to try and press Morocco back as Razan now picks up the ball. What was that? The shot, and there's the header, and there's the opener. And it's Ilyas Belmokhtar with his 3rd goal of the group phase. And is that the goal that puts Morocco through as winners of Group A in this Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations? They finally unlocked this Tanzanian defence. Mokhtar involved there. Razan picking the ball up. Deflection on the cross, just took it away from the defenders. Well, maybe a little bit of luck there, but you make your own luck in football. And Morocco now can perhaps relax a bit. Wasn't the cleanest of headers either, was it? Seemed to come off the shoulder, but doesn't matter. It's the opening goal. And Ahmedi Shah there trying to motivate his teammates. Still time for the Serengeti boys to get back into this one. And we do get eventually back underway. "76 minutes. The home fans waited for that opening goal. They've got it now. You can just feel the atmosphere in the stadium lifting. Oh, the fans want to see more of their team coming forwards now. Might be tempting to sit back and slow things down for Morocco, but don't think the fans will be particularly happy. Confirmation. Bel Mokhtar's opening goal here in Mohammedia. There he is on the ball now. Another crossfield ball, this time picks out Zekri. And the crossfield ball picks out Bel Mokhtar, header back across, but Mahmoud was a little bit slow with his run there. I'm sure he'd have got there ahead of Ahmadi Shah anyway. So now Tanzania need to speed things up. Got just over 10 minutes to try and get back on level terms and try and take a point from this tournament. They lost all three. We're going to have some substitutions here. Oh, Chenga. Dali come off. Oh, Juma Sagwe, the man who scored their late consolation goal against Zambia on match day 1, is back on the pitch now. Still just the 3 substitutions made by Nabil Bahar. He's got a couple more in his pocket if he wants them. And Akram Shaban, by the way, the other man coming on for Chenga, like for like in midfield. Another 15-year-old comes on. 2 more 15-year-olds. So, in fact, yes, indeed, the entire team now out there for Tanzania, 15 years old or younger. If they can keep this team together and they can get 2 years of development under their to their logbooks, then this could be a really handy Tanzania side, you know. We've seen some of the players definitely got some pace. At the moment, they're struggling physically. You could see that. They're defending crosses and set pieces, but they've given the ball away here. Now Bel Mokhtar has got plenty up in support, and there's the header. Abdullah Wazan gets his first goal of the tournament, having set up the opener for Bel Mokhtar. The Monaco wide player returns the favour to make it 2-0, and surely now that's the 3 points in the bag for the Atlas Lions. Ball given away. On halfway, Bel Mokhtar using his pace and a beautifully measured cross there. And the keeper could get a fingertip on it, but not enough to keep the header out. Again, you go behind the keeper, his weight going the wrong way. And the Ajax midfielder gets his first goal of the tournament. Still 1-1 between Uganda and Zambia, so at the moment, if Zambia want to try and beat Morocco to the top spot, Uganda cannot. Zambia can, but it needs a big win against Uganda, currently 1-1 in that game. That's unlucky with the attempted through ball. They've still managed to keep possession, and got A free kick here, Morocco, in what looks like a very tempting spot, isn't it? It's bang central, just under 30 metres out. But the fact that it's so central will make it very tempting indeed. Mouzan looks like he fancies this one. Where's Belmokhtar off to? Sharp tries to organise his wall. Belmokhtar thinks we're over to have a chat with the coach, but it's going to be Abdellah Mouzan, who's just made it 2-0 to take the free kick here. Now he's got a knot of players to aim at with the free kick, but I think he's going to go for goal here. He does go for goal. Oh, and it's a fantastic hit from Mouzan. 3-0 Morocco. And that's a free kick out of the very top drawer from the Ajax man. And as the first goal has gone in for Morocco, the shackles have fallen off. And Tanzania have been stunned. Well, that's definitely top spot sorted out now for Morocco. You can see there Mouzan only had one idea on that free kick. That was going, it was too central to do anything else, and he's just curled it into the top corner. Question marks on Ahmadi Shah. Didn't seem to get off the floor there. Perhaps could have or even should have stopped it. Or maybe he just felt it was going over. It did dip late. Look at it from here. Looks like it might be going over, then it dips, and I think Shah has believed that to be missing. And it's still a great free kick, but Shah perhaps should have stopped that, having guessed the right way. And that is the 3 points very much now in the bag. And another substitution coming on. It's Adam Jout. Also based with the Mohammed VI Football Academy, coming on, and Ziad Baha, who's missed a couple of golden opportunities in this game, coming on in his place. Normally plays right wing, might just play a false 9 instead here. The 17-year-old. Coming on for his second substitute appearance of the tournament, yet to start. Well, he's got 4 minutes now, plus stoppages in order to try and stake a claim, perhaps. And Morocco 3-0 up now. They can really relax. They don't have to protect anything here. Certainly enjoy themselves. 10 goals conceded in 3 games now for Tanzania. 2019, when they lost all 3 matches, they conceded 12 in their 3 lots of 90 minutes. So, improvement of sorts. I'm going to repeat this. I know I've said it a couple of times already, but say if they can keep this team together, Tanzania, 2 years of physical growth, mental growth, and of course skills coaching, and they could really be a handful. The play acting could do with a bit of work as well. And the reward for a quick-fire double for Abdellah Mouzan, a standing ovation. As he's replaced by Elias Saidi, the Auxerre defensive midfielder, 16 years of age, making his first appearance of the tournament. a yellow card handed out as well. Didn't seem to be a huge... That's his first touch, isn't it? No, sorry, hang on. Akram Shaban been on for a little while. Oh, another set piece to be dealt with here. They have struggled with these all through the game, Tanzania. They're just not as big as their opponents. By and large, they're 2 years younger as well. It's a substitute shoot to take it. Will be in a moment. Just the 4 men up for this one. Not a lot to aim at. Not quite sure why Tanzania need everyone back behind the ball. They've only got 4 people to defend, and if they do get the ball, they've got no one to pass to up the pitch. Seems a little bit counterintuitive, perhaps. Still waiting to take the free kick. Not sure. The player's not sure what the delay is either. What are we waiting for, actually? Is the referee going to blow his whistle? The referee's still wanting us to wait, and I think well, Mokhtar coming over to ask why we're waiting. I'm not quite sure I see why we're waiting here. It's been a good 2-3 minutes we've been stood around. Ah, VAR check. That's why. Interesting. So, what have our friends in the VAR booth spotted? Well, he's already given him a yellow card. So VAR, I think, are going to try and suggest that a yellow gets upgraded to a red here. What you can't see from that angle is, where is he looking? Is he looking at the ball, or is he looking at the opponent's foot? The ball comes in, comes forward, tries to play, gets beaten to it. You can't give a red card for that, surely. I'm not sure the VAR. I mean, that's definitely, I mean, he's given a yellow card already, the referee. That is not a clear and obvious error. Well, personally speaking, I don't think it's more than a yellow card anyway. Even with seeing this one replay a few times. The VAR cabin, though, I think doing their best to try and persuade the referee. What's he going to do here? Pensive moment here for Akram Shaban. And he's going to upgrade it to a red, I think. Or is he? I must say, if this goes to a red card, that is harsh. He's simply been beaten to the ball here. He hasn't... No. Well, we've taken 5 minutes at least to upgrade from a red, yellow to a red. It has to be a clear and obvious error, and I'm sorry, that simply was not. Even looking at the replays there, I'm not convinced that was a straight red card. Really not. I think Akram Shaban there has been done a disservice, and the problem is once the The referee goes to the monitor. He's under pressure to change his decision because the VAR have told him so. Abdelaziz Ahmed from Sudan in charge of the VAR, in the VAR room. Well, has made his presence felt. So finally, 5 minutes later, we take the free kick. Blasted straight at the wall. Volleyed across, looking for Belmokhtar. He picks up the rebound as the ball forward was intercepted. Belmokhtar goes past one and then Demo it was. Eventually got a foot in. Oh, the 4 minutes of added time have now been played, but we had 5 minutes for the VAR check. I'm sorry, that red card, there has to be some sort of intent for that challenge to be given a red, and there simply wasn't. The pass came into to Shaban, and he was simply beaten to it by the quicker player. Tanzania, the wind well and truly out of their sails now. Shoot was trying to close down. Now Morocco come forwards again. Foul goes in on Saidi. Tanzania bench, I think, they're going to be raging about that red card. It's good to see Belmokhtar go over and give his immediate condolences as well. I'm not sure the Moroccan players felt that was red either. Belmokhtar slaloming across now. Again, the chip ball into space on this near side for El Oud. Wahabi keeps the ball. Still Wahabi. Twists one say that way, then the other. Sends the commentator the wrong way as well. Love to have been listening to the conversation between the referee and the VAR assistant. There's a shot as well blocked in the area. And Saidi wins the ball. Tanzania back in possession again, but can only poke the ball out of play. To the 7th minute of added time now. And the referee brings the game to an end. And after struggling for the opening 75 minutes or so, Morocco, Tanzania giving as good as they got for the majority of it, they did eventually make their extra class and size and age tell in the last 15 minutes. Elias Belmokhtar, the captain, opening the scoring in minute number 76. The cross on a plate for him from Abdallah Wazan, who then returned the